Hey brick fans, and welcome to Brick Bakery, where all our jokes are half baked and most our bricks are medium rare. Welcome, welcome, welcome my friends. Welcome to this Friday live stream. It's the 15th of March 2019 and we are building the 246 detectives office. I can see there's already a lot of people here. Julian's Bricks, hello. Rennie the Space Guy, hello. Blockhead UK, La Brick Dadri, Pixel Bricks, Tomato Guy, Sandy the Sand Trooper, Master of the Bricks, hello, and Pixel Bricks again. What's up, everybody? I hope you are doing great and that you are all having a wonderful Friday. This is This is a modular. This is a creator expert set. This is the detective's office. I have really been looking forward to building this one because this is cool. Very, very cool. I really like the style. I really like the sense, and it's so big that it can't really be inside the screen. I'm just gonna get a something to cut with. And Insane Bricks, hello, Master of the Bricks, welcome, welcome, welcome. Tayshawn, Harris, and Sabadak, Galagate, you're all here, so wonderful to see you. And Lego Maniac, good to see you all, good to see you all. I hope you are doing well. I hope you're doing so well, because I am doing well. I have Lego, I have a very big box of Lego, and we are gonna build it. I am probably going to do it just like I did the other modular that I built here on my channel. I'm going to divide this into different parts. Let's just have a quick look at the back before we move on here. See the other modulars here. I think this one is the only one that's 100% not available right now. This one I think actually has been retired, the Detective Office set. This one is not retired right now and is still available as far as I know. We see a lot of stuff that's going on in here. I didn't really realize there was a car in here. That's cool. Is there a car in here? Is this from this set? Interesting. Well, we're gonna have a look inside and we are gonna have a look at how many steps we're gonna take. Hello Martin, hello Jim Bricked, hello Marfan20, welcome, 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 welcome. And Greg, the world of bricks and pieces, hello, hello everybody, so good to see you all. This is gonna be a great night, I can feel it already. And we are pouring everything out here. Oh, so many bags, so many bags, so many bags. And a brown blaze plate. No, a blaze plate. This is a blaze plate. Oh, wow. Where to speak? Where to speak? Blockhead UK says no car, Brick Gregory. That's a refugee from the Palace Cinema in the photo. Oh, I see. Well, and Jojo is here as well. The Rennie the Space Guy says, I'd like to personally thank Jacob for hosting these streams, as it was during one I built the first prototype of the scientifically best vehicle ever. Don't Google it. It's the TRTSTWFLFTBCIRTTBEFSR. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I do know it is an abbreviation. Now, it does look like this one is divided into 4 steps. So, as per usual, I'll be doing step 1 today, step 2 next stream, and so forth. But I just have to sort out everything first. Find out this is step 1. 4, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1, 4, and 2, 3, 4, 4, 4. Yes, all right. So much crackling. So much crackling. And here is the instruction book. We're going to pour everything out in some. Hello, GT Bricks, my friend. Good to see you there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you're doing great. hello. I should have prepared better. Alright, there we go. And this plate, I don't know when that will be used. Hello, Brick Pasta. Hello, hello, hello. Sabbatak says it's going to be a long chat with this build. Yes, I'm sure it is actually, because this is quite an extensive build. But I will only be building step 1 today. GJ Brick says, going to pick up a new train in a minute. The 7938, wanted for ages and found it at a good price for someone with a ton of extra track. Excited. Well, that sounds cool. That sounds very cool, actually. What's the production year of the 7938, GJ? I don't know. Oops. I'm just starting by pouring everything out into these small bags, these small trays here, because that really helps me finding everything. I thought I used to have 4 of these, but apparently I don't. I thought I did, but I don't. Hey, David West and Build Up. Welcome, 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 my friend. And the Lego Room. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, it's another modular for the city. I hope it'll fit well. I think it will, because the brick bank, I think, is sort of the what do you say, the spiritual sister build of this one. I'm just gonna pour everything out here. And we're gonna put everything here. There we go. So I'll be done with these bags very soon, and we can actually get into the build. I'm looking very much forward to it. It really looks. I really like this build. I really like the design of this one. It really reminds me a lot of those of sort of New Yorker type buildings. Not that I've actually ever been to New York, but it does remind me of what I've seen in movies. I don't know if that was the point, but if it wasn't, that's a lucky coincidence. And if it was, I think they've hit it very, very well. So that's cool. That is very, very cool. If I could only, I'll just take this one again. It's good to have a very useful tool like this. Shrink. There we go. There we go. There we go. Bird bricks. Hello, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today we are building the 10246 detective's office, and I am just about to start step 1. That'll be the first step in all of this, and we'll see how it all goes. Ooh, this is good. Now I just need to place this so you guys can actually see it. Or maybe I need to move the camera just a tiny smidgen. We'll move the camera, that would be great. I think like this. That'll be good. And you should be able to see everything. Like, there we go. Yep. Yep. So, what's new? Yes, the news is that the Mickey Mouse Steamboat Willie set was officially announced, as far as I can tell. Seems that the the pictures, the box art has been released officially. At least I saw it on some pages somewhere. I don't remember. I think there was a YouTuber who actually had a video on it somewhere. You can probably find it very easily by now by googling it. I'm not 100% sure about that set. I haven't heard a lot about it. It does look interesting, I will admit, because it is it's one of those sets that's it's in some senses it's much like the Flintstones set, I think, because it's a it's based on a cartoon, and that's pretty cool actually. I like that. I'm not sure I am going to get it. I usually don't get those kinds of sets because those who follow my channel do know that I follow my channel regularly and follow these streams regularly will know that I am mostly interested in getting stuff that is in the scale of minifigs, and those idea sets are usually not in that scale. However, it does seem that the fishing store is of course in that scale. So it seems the first two small minifigs we have here is the barber, I think, the hair cutter type person, and some kind of guy with a pipe that he can. I don't know what is he a plumber, or is he a little more of a shady character? I don't know. We'll probably have to see. I hope he's a plumber because plumbing is important. Plumbing is very, very important. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we are putting in the first bricks on this little modular here. I have really been looking forward to this one for a long time actually. Even though I really enjoyed building the Parisian restaurant because it is a wonderful set, I am pretty sure I'm going to enjoy this one even more because I really like the stories that's been put into this one. I don't know all of them, but I do look forward to seeing them all, that is for sure. The World of Bricks and Pieces says Brick Bakery. It's a guy playing pool. Oh, it's a pool thing. Is that called a queue? Is that what they're called? A pool cue? I think that's what they're called. So yeah, he's not as shady as I thought. I thought this was a piece of brass piping that he was walking around with, and that put him in a bit of a shady character. Area, I think. And Block UK confirms it's called a queue. So that's good. I am looking for bricks. Yeah. The first modular I ever built was the brick bank, and I actually started out every step by sorting all the bricks into types and colors. It took a very long time, but it was very easy to find everything. So sometimes I'm wondering if I should do that still. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and I need one more to have 15. 15! Yay! We got 15 of those. But it did take a long time, and I'm not sure I am going to do that ever again. I think I used more time in sorting everything out than actually building, and that's not what I really like to do. I like to use my time building. So I think the build time actually was a lot longer when you sort everything out like that. And there's not, I mean, it takes long enough as it is. It's not that I'm not enjoying it, but I mean, when you pass that 8-hour mark for a build, I mean, that's a lot of time spent on something like that. But it is very cool to see it develop, and I really like building it. So, yeah, it's not a big problem. But I don't think I'll be doing that ever again with a modular, at least. If I will do it regularly with sets, with older sets that you guys have seen. But I do that because I want to check out if everything is there, if all the bricks are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12. 13. 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. Yes, very close now. 18, 19, 20, and 21. We've got them all. We've got them all. We're now laying the sidewalk here on the edge of the build, and I believe that sidewalk is called pavement in British English, where pavement means the asphalt in American. So I prefer to call them sidewalks because I don't think people could get confused about that. So we are putting in the sidewalk right now. A lot of wonderful dark bluish grey tiles to do that. It is a fan favorite. I think these tiles are very, very useful to sort of finish off a build or making sidewalks or roads or everything else. It is a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful cool thing. Well, I see things going on in the chat. I see Robin Hall deleting some messages. I hope everything is all right. I wasn't aware. Hey, CD Bricks and Bot Job. Welcome, 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 my friends. I hope you're all doing great and that this is a wonderful Friday for you. I am going to have a wonderful weekend, I think. I have just started off this Friday by boiling some leftover fruit into marmalade, which is always a good thing. So you have some sweet stuff to put on top of your breakfast, which is very nice. In Denmark, we often eat what's called rundstykker, which I believe the translation is rolls. It's just small bun-like bread, pieces of bread, which we eat in the morning. It's not every morning, but some mornings we will. And we like to put jam or marmalade on top of those, which is good, which is very, very good. I like that. So I just started off this weekend by making some. And you do that by cutting up a lot of fruit and 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. And cutting up a lot of fruit, put it in a big pot and let it boil for a lot of hours. That's the way I do it, at least. Of course, add some sugar as well. Now, if you want a precise recipe and some hints on how to do that, you should, of course, check out Google's, because there will be great hints out there on how to make good, very nice tasting jams and marmalades. So that's just your cooking tip of the day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 was 5, 6, 7, and 8. Pixel Bricks says, I'm just too good in disguise. Well, alright. Welcome. Just too good. It's good to see you. Insane. I see some sour faces. I wonder what is everything. Yeah, right. So it seems that someone duplicated Brigitect's, Greg from Brigitect's account, and he sort of came in here. My very, very skilled administrators took care of it very quickly, and that was very, very cool. Thanks for that, my friends. It's good to know that you are vigilant. Yeah, So, and that is actually a little weird that that was actually possible. I guess he registered under a different email and only made his screen name Brickitect. I think there's some kind of loophole there that can actually be used for that, but I don't know how precisely that works. So yeah, that's how it is. Bricks for Hero says this big bakery is a spy. What this brick bakery? What brick bakery? Don't get it. See you later, CD Bricks. Good to see you, and I hope you'll have a wonderful weekend. And say, yeah, have a nice weekend. Have a very nice weekend. Botchops 2021 says the Brick Bakery, the Texas office was my first modular and I loved every minute I spent building it. And see you later, Greg. See you later, my friend. I hope you're going to have a wonderful weekend. It was nice of you to drop by. And yeah, well, we are continuing building, and Botchop just told us that this modular was one of his favorite modulars. He loved it was his first modular, and he loved every minute building it. I think actually I'm gonna do the same because it does seem like a wonderful build. I already like making the floor here, and yeah, the floors are not usually my favorite part, but because I know a little about what is going to go on here, what everything is going to be, I simply think it is very nice to build it. I like how these builds start from the bottom up like this. When I build a MOC myself, I rarely start out by laying out the floor because I simply don't have an idea of how I want it to look yet at that point. So I just rip right into start to building the walls and such, and placing the windows and all kinds of stuff. And I'll only in the end start placing in the floor, which actually isn't that easy always because those tall walls makes it hard to get my big hands inside these small builds. And yeah, so yeah, that's not. I don't think that's the best way to do things, but it is the way that I do them. That is for sure. That is for sure. God of Bricks, hello, hello. Blockhead UK says brown base plates aren't very common these days. Nice option though. Yes, that's true. I really like this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I like this dark brown base plate. I think the most usual ones are the green ones and the light tanned ones. And I don't know why that is, because any other color would make sense in these modulars, because it's usually just covered up in bricks all over the place. So all right, okay, of course, usually in the back there'll be some of it that's left open, or whatever you want to say. It's left, yeah, it's left bare, or whatever we call that. I don't know, what would we call that? I mean, leaving it without bricks, without studs. No idea. Botchop says I give it a 10 out of 10. Wow, that's very cool. Blockhead UK says yes, I build the walls first, then end up partly dismantling it again to tile the floors, but not much option. At least Lego know what the final product will be before generating instructions. You are correct there, my friend. It is true that Lego does have an advantage in that respect, because they do know what everything is going to end up being. When you're doing a MOC, or at least when I'm doing a MOC, I am not sure where everything will end up. And yeah, It's actually a way I really like doing it, but it does, as I just said, it does pose some difficulties for building it, especially when you get to the end and want to put in floors and furniture and all that, and you have to take, as the Blockhead UK also wrote, dismantle everything to actually get room to fit in furniture and such. So yeah, but that is the way that I do it. That is the way that I do it. Bricks for Hero says, this moment when you went to sleep and your phone rings, Brick Bakery, is streaming, dude. Why is it always so late? I need my sleep. That's why I'm not often in your streams. Oh well, thank you for showing up now, Bricks for Heroes. I don't know precisely where you are in the world. Where I am in Denmark, it's about 10:30 in the evening. So it's also kind of late for me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops, I'm getting ahead of myself. No, but I have been trying to figure out a good point in time to do these streams, and the thing is, many of my viewers are from the USA. And I want to accommodate those, of course, because, yeah, there are many of my viewers, and I do stuff in English. But then again, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. But then again, I also want to accommodate the people who view from other parts of the world, say Britain or other parts of Europe, or maybe even the other way towards the eastern part of the world relative to Denmark. I don't know what the golden time would be for that. I simply cannot. I simply cannot guess that, and I'm not sure there is such a time. I have just settled on this time and stuck to it, because I thought once I choose something and just do that, people will get used to it, and that's a good thing. You know, people know by now that I usually stream on Fridays, and I usually stream Fridays at this time. It's not that I'm going to stream every Friday at this time, even though I have since I began again here in 2019. But at some point I will have to take some breaks. But for now, I am streaming on Fridays at this time. And yeah, I don't know if there is a particularly good reason for it, other than that was the time slot I found most convenient for myself. So yeah, that's why it is where it is, and I hope that it fits most people, and yeah, and if it doesn't, I can't do too much about that, because I don't have too much possibility of moving it around. So yeah, this is the spot for now. And yeah, maybe someday in the future it will change, but I don't see that happening very soon. So yeah, Ready Space Guy says, the best thing you can do is wear a GoPro and live stream your entire life. Or live stream, if you will. Carriage of No Returns, hello my friend. And Jonas Builds Bricks, hello, how are you my friends? And Chad's Brick Hobby as well. Good to see so many of you lovely people here tonight. We are building the 10246 Detective's Office, and I have just turned to the page where step 6 is, and I'm just about to dig into that. We've just been talking very briefly about the time slot for my streaming. Now, as I just said, it's not going to change anytime soon. Maybe someday it will, but for now I find this time very convenient. It's very, very nice for me, and so yeah, that's how it is going to be for now. David West says, you will really love this set. It's my favorite modular set, other than the assembly square. Yeah, oh, the assembly square is a lovely set. It is really a lovely set, but this one, I think this one actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think maybe the this one, this detective office, was actually the first one I really liked when I started looking at modulars. But it wasn't the first one I got. The first one I got was the brick bank, and that was simply a matter of price. I could get the brick bank at a better price, and I thought, well, it's close enough to this one that I think I like that one, and I've liked every moment of it, that is for sure. So I have no regrets buying the other one first. And now they're actually both retired, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, that's how things goes. That is how things goes with Lego. One day you are in heaven buying modulars, the other you are realizing that these modulars are being discontinued. So, speaking of discontinued sets, my friends, are there any sets that you would like to see return this very instant? Maybe a set you never really got around to getting. Maybe it was very expensive, or maybe it was something that was produced before you ever got into actually collecting Lego, and that's why you would like it to return. So please let me know in this chat here if there's anything you would like to return to us, discontinued sets you would like to see come back for just a brief time so you could buy it, finally get that one set you've been wanting for so long. Good night, Sabadak. Sleep tight, my friend. I hope you'll have a wonderful weekend. Blogger UK says space. So yeah, that's a great idea. Space. I think maybe you mean the space theme, the classical space theme, with the Benny-esque astronauts. Those are great sets, that's for sure. And they could return. I think actually there is a slight possibility that we might see. That's just I'm just guessing here, just a theory. But I think maybe we could see some more of those classic space type sets returning because of the success of the Benny Space Squad and that other set from the Lego movie. It would be a good idea for Lego to piggyback off that success, I think. But I am not a Lego strategist. I do not work at Lego, and I'm not designing their strategy in any way. So whatever I think doesn't really matter. But I think it would be an interesting idea to sort of piggyback off the Lego Movie 2 and actually produce some of those those classic space sets. Hey, Daryl from Bevan's Bricks. Bevan's Bricks is a channel here on YouTube too. He does some very wonderful MOCs. He's actually doing a very interesting community build at this point in time. He's made a big convention center, picking up the mantle from Canadian Brickyard, who actually started that idea out. But Daryl from Bevan's Bricks has taken up the mantle beautifully and built a wonderful convention center where he is gonna include builds from different people around YouTube, and you don't even have to be a YouTuber. You just have to have an interest in Lego and fulfill the requirements for his builds. You should really check out his channel, Bevan's Bricks. It's a good channel. He does some wonderful stuff, and that convention center is a wonderful community idea. I am going to build something for him and for the convention center at some point. I am a little busy at the moment, but I will get around to it eventually, and maybe you should too. But anyway, you should check it out on his channel. He does do great stuff. But please remember to return here once you're done, because we are still live streaming. Galagate asks, Brick Bakery, will you send Daryl a build for his convention center? And yes, I will. I just have to get around to it. I do find a time time seems to pass very quickly at the moment. So, but once I do find a spot of time, I will be building something for him and sending it to him. That is for sure. So that's Bevan's Bricks. Be sure to check him out. I am looking for some 3 or 4. There it is. 1, 2, and 3. That's 6s too. Or are those 8s? So those are 6s. 1, 2, and 2 of those. 1, just 1. I'd love to. 2, 1, 2. Oh, all right. Yeah. Okay. Sure. And this one, I thought I was briefly repeating a step, but it was just some of the same pieces that had to be used for this step as for the previous step. So there we go. Character in Return says, I'm trying to come up with a build less than 12 bricks high to send to Bevan's Bricks. Just waiting for inspiration to bite. Hello, 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 Rock Transformations. Welcome, 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 my friend. Yeah, I think the builds for Bevan's is not necessarily easy when you have to adhere to such standards, but they do make a lot of sense, the standards he has described, I think, because there's not endless room in his MOC, of course, and some kinds of limitations is to be expected, I think. I hope inspiration will strike for me as well, and that I might get a good idea for something to build. Gargate says, I built my local landmark from where I live for Daryl today. Oh, that's actually a good idea. Building something from your local area. I like that. Not sure there are things that are exciting enough. Oh, come to think of it, how about The Little Mermaid? The Little Mermaid might be one of the most well-known Danish landmarks or sites to see, and it's a tiny little statue in Copenhagen that is based on the fairy tale by Hans Christian Andersen about the Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid fairy tale that also was the inspiration for the Disney movie by the same name. So if you didn't know that, now you know that H.C. Andersen, or Hans Christian Andersen, is the inspiration for at least one of the 90s Disney movies. Now, maybe that would be a good idea to make that for Bevan's build, for his convention center. A MOC based on the Little Mermaid would be very Danish, that's for sure. I have to think about that. Maybe that's a good idea. Thank you, Galagate. Thank you for that piece of inspiration. I think there was something I missed here. Lego Room says, ooh, I have type 1 diabetes, so I'm always ill in one way or another, but I have good times and tough times. Just got through a tough one. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Lego Room. Mark, I hope you're feeling better now. And as you just said, Lego does make everything better. So please do build a lot of Lego. Mark is from the Lego Room. You should check out the Lego Room because he does he's right in the middle of building, I think maybe the biggest Hoth MOC, Hoth being the Star Wars, the planet from the second Star Wars movie, where there is a lot of snow and ice, and there's that rebel base beneath the ice, and the Lego room is actually building a very, very large scale version of that, a scale that's big enough to fit the USC Millennium Falcon. The 6,000 brick Millennium Falcon can fit into his Hoth base MOC. Now that is impressive. If you haven't checked that out, you should really go there and check that out at some point. You will not be disappointed. He shared some updates on that, and of course not the whole thing yet. The whole thing isn't done, but the progress is there and it's looking very, very good. I really, really enjoy following that work because it is very, very, very impressive. Hello, Brixtonville. I didn't see you there, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're having a lovely Friday and that this Friday might be a good start of the weekend for you. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Brick Bakery says, carriage and return. Yes, Mark's MOC is indeed very impressive. I'm looking forward to the next installment. Yes, me too. Me too. Yeah. I think that Mark's build is going to be very, very impressive once it's done. And I really hope he gets done soon because yeah, I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. That's for sure. Oops, almost threw that one away. Shouldn't do that because that's not very useful. 3 and 4. I think I'm building the small pool table right now, and I do like that. I think that's one of the things that makes this this build particularly atmospheric. This little bar pool hall thing here at the bottom is very nice, and I really, really like that. I think it's very creatively done, and somebody really gave it a lot of thought when putting this one together, giving it a good atmosphere and such. And I like how the small studs that's supposed to go on the table are the traditional 5 basic colors of Lego. That's actually pretty cool. Nice touch there, Lego. Thank you for that. That is a very nice touch. Oh, it's here. This one goes there, and the blue one, I don't think. I'm wondering if this is actually pool. I think with the colors here, it might as well be snooker, but we might call it a pool hole anyway. Oh, and I see now these inverted pieces here are actually the holes for the balls on the table. That's very cool. Very nice detail there. Really like that one. Carriage and No Return says, Brick Bakery, are you going to go off plan and install a bar in the pub you're building for all the 36 figs? Maybe a bar would be cool in here, that's for sure. Rogue Transformation says, hi in the Lego room, sorry to hear about your rough patch. My 10-year-old has type 1 diabetes. Yes, sometimes it's tough. BG levels are always struggle, but they don't define you. We're with you, buddy. It's so wonderful to hear such support for our fellow Lego enthusiasts. I hope all the best. I wish you all the best for both of you and your families. It can be a tough time. It is usually a tough time having any type of disease in the family, and something as chronic as diabetes. I think I don't know because I don't have it myself, but I think it can be very disabling, and I wish you guys all the best. And yeah. I think something shady is going on here. This one is definitely some kind of a sliding door. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Something shady is going on here. Hey, Aabom Rama, welcome, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. Aabom Rama is maybe the most positive commenter I have ever met on YouTube. He always writes some very, very nice comments. He is a wonderful person to have drop by your videos. You can never ever feel in a worse mood when you read one of his comments, that's for sure. So welcome, Aabom. I am very, very, very happy to see you here on this live stream. I hope you're doing well and that this is going to be a wonderful weekend for you. Robin Hall says, I heart Aabom Rama. Yeah, I really, really do too. And here we go. This one here as well. Oh, I see. Okay, like this. Yeah. This one is starting to come together. Step 13 is coming right up. Coming right. Oh, Tayshawn Harris says, all right, I might have to leave for a little bit. If Jacob is still doing the live stream, I will be back. Well, see you later there. Tayshawn Harris, it was good of you to drop by. I hope you will have time to check back in some time. We are not going anywhere right away, but it is, I think we're hitting about the halfway point at this time. So maybe you are lucky I'm still streaming in about 45 minutes and you can be back. And if not, I hope you'll catch the next stream. I usually stream on Fridays at this time, and I really like that. It's always good fun, good people around, having a little chat, and yeah, doing all of that. It's very good. It's very, very good. So, what are you guys going to do this weekend? I am probably going to go thrifting. Yay, thrifting. Maybe I'll find some Lego. Woohoo! I hope I'll find some Lego. It's always nice to thrift for Lego because when you find some, it's usually a good deal. And if it isn't, you shouldn't be sad. Just leave it. Leave it behind. There's no reason to buy something that's not a good deal, because the price is a very deciding factor when you're buying Lego. Of course, if you find a mystery bag filled with different pieces in a thrift store or something like that, you might want to buy it even though it is a relatively high price, because there might be stuff in it that could be interesting, even though you might not know. But it's always up to you, whatever you decide. I sometimes leave stuff behind, that's for sure, because it is expensive once in a while. But so yeah, that's what I'm doing tomorrow. Going to go out and probably thrift a bit for Lego. The Lego pieces says, this weekend I will revise for exams. Oh, I hope you do well with your exams, my friend. Exams are always tough. I think it's no easy pickings doing your exams. I hope you do well and your studies will go great. I really do. I really, really do. Maniac says, Brick Bakery, is there anything else in particular you look for when thrifting? Yes, there is. I have good friends that are very fond of different kinds of board and tabletop games, and I've been very lucky to find the odd Warhammer figure and boxes of Warhammer figures once in a while. So I do look for those still, and whenever I find them, it's usually a good deal because those are really expensive when they're retail. So if I find some, I usually get them. So that's one of the things I look for when I am out and about. If not that, I usually look for books or DVDs. I have quite an extensive book collection at this point, and that is also because I have bought a lot of books in thrift stores. Books are exceptionally expensive when they, here in Denmark, when they are brand new and in bookstores. But as soon as you go to some kind of thrift or charity store, you can find it at a tenth, sometimes even less of the price. Sometimes you can actually get a book for 5 Danish, which is pretty cool. I saw a question that I probably missed. Botchops 2021 asks, do you look for Lego books when you thrift? Yes, of course I do look for Lego books, but those books are usually in very bad shape once they get to no, sorry, I'm thinking about something else here. Yes, I do look for Lego books. I haven't really found anything yet, as far as I remember. At least I haven't bought anything yet. I was thinking about Star Wars books. Sometimes I've found the odd Star Wars books, some of those big books filled with pictures and illustrations of vehicles and such. But the one I found recently was interesting, but was in a very bad shape, so I didn't buy that one. There's no reason to buy things that you'll just end up throwing out anyway, as far as I see it. That is at least my idea. Hey, unoriginal brick name, welcome, my friend. Good to see you. I really hope you're doing great on this Friday. I am doing great. I am building this detective's office, the 10246, a set I really like, I have to admit. I'm starting out with step 1, and I'll be doing that on today's live stream, and I'll be doing the next step on the next live stream, and so on and so forth. So maybe we'll be done with this in about 4 weeks' time, which is good for me. Butchup 2021 asks, have you read the Heir to the Empire trilogy? I have read the first one, and I don't remember what it's called right now. Is it called? It's called. Oh, is it just called Heir to the Empire? I think the first one is just called Heir to the Empire. I have read that one, yes. The Heir to the Empire trilogy, that is a book trilogy that is taking place in the Star Wars universe after the 6th movie has taken place. It's one of those books that was I don't know what you call that, redefined as a legend book. So that means basically that it is no longer canon for Disney. But it was canon until Disney took over on the whole Star Wars thing. It's about Han Solo and Luke Skywalker and Leia's continued adventures in the galaxy in an attempt to keep everything together, keep peace, all that good stuff, and how they are battling this very, very, very brilliant admiral called Thrawn. From the Empire. He's sort of a remnant, the leftover part of the Empire in a certain part of the galaxy where he is doing very well, actually having a very successful campaign to some point. I have only read the first book yet, and still working on the second one. Haven't made it too far in that one, but it is an interesting series. Yeah, so if you like Star Wars and can't wait for the new movie to come out, well, I can recommend the Heir to the Empire book trilogy. It should appeal to most Star Wars fans, I think. I would think. Dallas Jojo says, have you found any Jedi minifigures for the idea I gave you for your city? No, I haven't had time to actually look for Jedi minifigures. I don't have too many Jedi minifigures, to be honest. I mostly have Star Wars figures from the Advent calendar, and that's this year's Advent calendar. I don't think there was any. Not sure there was any. Maybe I do actually have some of the older. I will have a look around my look around to see if I can find any. But if I can't, I will do something else in that vein. Dallas Jojo suggested that I make a what do you call that? A lightsaber fight in my city as part of the ongoing story. And I actually like that idea. I just don't have too many of the Jedi. Just don't have too many of the Jedi minifigures, so it's not necessarily too easy. I seem to be missing a brick. That's annoying. Oh, here it is. Look again, and you'll find it. Character No Return says, all this talk about books, I've only started reading again. Turns out I needed reading glasses. It wasn't that they print things smaller these days. Hey, Lego Man 123, welcome, my friend. No, I think, when at some point in life you'll have to start realizing that glasses is the way to go. I am still waiting for that myself, but I am certain it will happen at some point, and I'll have to use glasses. Yeah, it runs in the family, so it's probably unavoidable to some extent. Oh, this is very nice. I like this. A cue stand for the cues. Very good. And hey, Fusion, welcome, my friend. Welcome. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday and that this will be a wonderful weekend for you. Yabo Ramar says, Jacob, you sort your Lego bricks very well. Mine are in a bag. It's a mess. I think most Lego enthusiasts' bricks are actually in a messy bag. I try to keep everything in order because it's just the easiest way for me to find stuff. And when you are trying to piece together old sets like I am, it's very nice to know where everything is. So you don't have to search out everything every time. If you take a look at some of my older videos, one of the older videos, maybe the oldest video on my channel, I believe it's called Sort It Out, you'll find you'll find that I I had a very different strategy for trying to find bricks back then. I had sorted everything by color. That was a mistake, which I soon realized, and ever since then I have been trying to revise my sorting system in a way so I can very rapidly find the bricks I need. It of course requires that you buy different kinds of sorting equipment, being stack-ons and stuff like that, and that's not necessarily cheap, and it does mean that your Lego budget will suffer as a consequence, and that is something I am very aware of and a little annoyed about, because I would love to buy Lego instead of buying basically shelves to stack Lego on. So yeah, but yeah, but anyway, thank you. Brick Sailor, welcome, my friend. He says, yep, it's sad. I believe that's a comment on the thing I just said about when you have to buy shelves for your Lego instead of just buying Lego. I believe I am doing the ventilation unit, making the ventilation unit for the roof here. That's actually very nice, I think. Oh, I need to, okay, these need to go together like this. Ah, get it now. I was wondering why I had to get 8, as there were only 4 holes in this one, but they had to be put in like this. Get it now? I think these are snowshoes or something like that. They do look like it, that's for sure. So my Lego city got its name this week, and I am very satisfied. Thank you, all of you who voted for that name. I am very satisfied with Bakersville as the city name. I think it has a nice ring to it, and I think it was very cool to have you guys vote for it, because it really made it a community thing, much more than just my thing. And of course I had to be satisfied with it as well. Had all the suggestions been something I didn't like, I would have done something, of course. But now, as luck would have it, there was a lot of suggestions I really liked. So that was good. And yeah, ventilation. Yeah, so I really like that, and I really am thankful that people really wanted to participate in that, because it made it a lot of fun, I think, to actually have people participating, giving suggestions, and eventually voting for the thing, for the name. Yeah, so thank you guys, it was cool. If you haven't checked out my latest city update, you should, because that vote is resolved in that city update. There we go. The ventilation unit has been put in. Brick Bakery, the name of your city is okay, but my vote didn't win, says Carriage of No Return. Oh, what did you vote for? I'd love to hear that. I can't guess it, because the vote was actually very spread out very well, I think. So it's not easy to guess what people voted individually. And here's a boop. There we go. And I really like these windows. These windows are cool, and of course I like the the printed windows even more. These ones are wonderful. These ones are very, very wonderful. I really like those, and I really like it when Lego print this stuff, because it does usually look much better than the what do you call it? Stickers. And we do like this, and we do like that. I really like how this is coming together. There's so much great detail going on in here. I might just turn it this way so you guys can see a bit better. We've got the pool table right here. There's a small dart game over here. I like how they printed that one as well. And there's a prize over here, and I think there's sort of a speakeasy thing going on over here. And of course, the ventilation and the cues for the pool game are right there. That is that's very nice. I think, yeah, I think I really I wasn't mistaken when I thought I would like this set. I would like this build because it is very, very wonderful. I think I really like the color scheme and everything going on in here. It's cool. That is just what it is. Very, very cool. We need a door and a white thing and a black thing as well. This one and this one and this one and two of these. 1, 2, and one of these. Here we go. Oh, we're making a small table. There's a small table right here with a cup on it, a glass cup. I really like these glass cups. Oh, it seems that I should have put in the fix. I will do that then. Do that then. Do that then. Oh, you should go over here, it seems, instead. And this guy should be standing here. So, here we go. 2 guys in there. Character Return says, my city is called Land of Green Ginger. It's named after part of Hull on the East Coast. Oh, Hull. Ah, right. Cool. That's a good name, actually. I like that. Sandy the Sand Trooper says, the funny thing is my Lego city is just a small street. Well, my Lego city isn't much more than a street either. I think actually a lot of Lego enthusiasts doesn't really have the room for much more than a small street. And I actually think that is kind of cool, because limitations increases the need for creativity. And yeah, I think if you have a small space, you are more or less forced to be creative with how you utilize that space. And of course, our very own JC of Small Brick City has made a whole YouTube channel based on that premise, that you only have a very small space to do your city on. And he does some interesting work with that on his channel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm pretty sure most of you guys who are here right now knows of Small Brick City, so I don't think I'll have to tell you guys to go check him out. But if you haven't heard of him, you should definitely check him out. He does do great stuff, very inspirational and very, very interesting, that's for sure. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and also 8 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, this is actually going very quickly towards the end. I think maybe 20 minutes left or something like that. Robin Hall says, we just got the corner garage. Ooh, that's very nice. The corner garage is the newest Lego Expert Creator modular. It's I think it's maybe the most expensive one yet. Besides the Assembly Square, which might be a bit more expensive if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure about that, but I think it was. Somebody might catch me up on that. The Lego Room says, got to go. Thanks for the chat, everyone, and support on both Lego and health stuff. Keep going, Jacob. Well, see you later, Mark. It was very wonderful to have you along always. I really wish you the best for your health, and I hope you'll have a wonderful weekend, my friend. Take care. Take care. There. These ones, I should learn from these because those look good. Those really, really look good. I think building something like this is very interesting because it does teach you something about techniques and give you ideas for what to do in your own MOCs, and that is very nice. I think that's one of the harder things about doing MOCs. Keeping everything fresh and new every time, so you don't get caught up in the same shenanigans, basically doing the same MOC every time. Not that you might be doing a butcher shop and then a hairdresser's, but basically maybe the style is the same, and that is something I really want to try to avoid in my building, which is why it is interesting to be building some official sets like this. Ooh, I'm doing something wrong. The other way. Yeah. This is the first time I've encountered something that was a bit repetitive on this build. I think I have to make 4 of these window front things. And it's not necessarily the most interesting, but I think most bigger Lego builds do get repetitive at some point. It is unavoidable because symmetry is also an important part of building buildings in Lego and otherwise. So some kind of repetition is unavoidable. Blogger UK says, I know I pumped out videos almost daily when I first started, but they were only short. I'm now settled on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, but it's still a tough schedule at times. Yes, I can attest to that. Keeping a schedule on YouTube is hard work. Being steady, being consistent is hard work. No matter what type of videos you do, if you set yourself a schedule and you try to keep it, you will usually find that there are always some things that can get in the way for your wish for production. I've been very lucky to have some free days on the weekends once in a while, so I can get a few videos ahead, but something usually eats the slack I have, and if you have to do something on the weekends or something like that, the slack will disappear and it gets continuously harder to stay consistent on YouTube. It is hard work, and I have a deep respect for the people who actually put out videos regularly, because it is very hard work. But it does work in the sense that if you are consistent, YouTube will favor your channel. The algorithm will favor your channel, or as far as we know at least, as YouTube hasn't released any information on how their algorithm is actually structured. We can't know that for sure, but it does seem like it. Does seem like consistency is an important factor in having the algorithm recognize your work and actually directing people to your channel on that account. So yeah, consistency is important on YouTube. Sandy the Sand Trooper says, Brick Bakery, you can see a bit of my city in my old videos. Cool. I'll have to check that out at some point. Julius Brick City says, I didn't upload a video for over 2 weeks now. Well, it's of course, it's quite alright to take a break. But if you want people to look at your channel and find your channel, you want to be posting regularly. But yeah, I do need breaks too, and I do take breaks. I just try to get enough ahead so you'll actually see videos every day on all my release days still. And one example could be this Christmas. On Christmas, I actually took 19 days off not doing YouTube, other than commenting and watching some videos, but I didn't produce any videos. But that was because I had produced a whole heap of videos in advance, so the channel were just releasing them on the days that I had scheduled, which was very nice. I think that's a very nice function, and it's a function I really take advantage of when I want to be consistent. I have usually 2-3 videos ready to go on my channel, both so I am ahead, but also if I should get sick or something, I can't record a week for some reason, I can just release one of those videos, and then I'll keep being consistent. So yeah, that's how I do it. Frinton-on-Sea is about 15 miles from where I grew up, says Blocked UK. Terribly dull place, full of grumpy pensioners. Trick Bricks, welcome, my friend. I didn't see you there. He says, thinking of naming my yet-to-be-built Lego city West Paradisa and giving it a 1980s setting. Ooh, West Paradisa isn't a bad name at all. I'm guessing you are basing that name off the Paradisa theme, which was a wonderful theme and probably the theme that introduced pink bricks to the general public. Paradisa, I have made a let's build video on my channel for one of the Paradisa sets, the Poolside Paradise, and you can go check that one out once you're done viewing this live stream. It's I really like that series or that theme because it had a wonderful focus on holiday and relaxation and sort of exclusivity, nice beaches, hotels, horse riding, all that stuff. It was, I'm not sure if it was one of those themes that was actually meant for girls. There still is a tendency for Lego to try to produce stuff that is aimed at girls or women, and I'm actually not sure if that if that theme was actually one of those. I would imagine that it could be because of the pink bricks, but I personally don't think the pink was too bad in those sets, which is of course why I had one. I actually think I have 2, maybe even 3 of those Paradisa sets. So yeah, naming a city Paradisa West sounds like a very good idea, and it would be very cool if you actually used some of those old Paradisa sets. or the color scheme of the Paradisa sets for your city. I think. Carriage Return says West Paradisa is a good name. I have quite a few Paradisa sets and they always put me in a holiday mood. Exactly. Robin Hall, I'm not gonna read that one out loud, but I do think it is funny. I do think it is very, very funny. And if any of you guys are wondering what I am referring to, you should check out Robin Hall's latest comment. I will not read that one out loud, but it is funny. I do think it is funny. Rock Transformation says, I was trying to figure out what the pieces used for the brown fan blades are above the snooker table. I can see now they've chosen to use minifig snowshoes, and to great effect. Yeah, I was guessing snowshoes as well. And yeah, they are pretty nicely used here, I think. It's a great idea. I really like that, and I would consider doing something like that myself at some point if I were to make a fan like this. Not here. So, and this. Okay, details are getting a little blurry now in this set. Just trying to keep up with everything going on here and there. No, other way around, like this. There we go. I think we are nearing the end very, very fast of tonight's live stream. It has been wonderful to have you guys along. I really enjoyed all your comments, and I really like when you guys are chatting with each other. It makes me feel like this stream is worth something beyond the building of Lego. I really like that the community is taking advantage of streams like this for chatting, getting to know one another, and I really like that you guys are willing to share your experiences and all of your enthusiasm with me and with each other on the stream. It's wonderful to have you all along, and I really, really do appreciate you turning up. So if you haven't already, please like this video and write a comment as well. It does help out the channel ever so much. And yeah, that is the last bricks put in for today. This is all that we have left, all Wonder Ones, which is good because that means I've probably done something right. Carriage No Return says, you seem to have gathered quite a nice bunch of people on your stream. Yes, yes, yes. These people who are here are wonderful, and I am very lucky to have met so many wonderful people here on YouTube. Can't believe it's almost been a year, but on the 13th of April, this channel will have run for 1 year. I have been doing this for a year almost. It's unbelievable. I met so many wonderful people, and I am so grateful to have met you all. But that is all for today. I'm so happy that you guys turned up, and I hope to see you guys next week. There will be another video on Monday. It's a haul video, and there will be a mock video on Thursday, and hopefully I'll be live streaming again next Friday. But that's all from me today. I hope you'll comment, like, and subscribe, and I hope I'll see you guys